Hi, family. It is fantastic to see you. Today is Tuesday, June 1st, 2021, the Tuesday after Memorial Day. The last video I made was on Saturday morning, and I cried because I was sad. And I feel a lot better. I had a really good weekend. I had a lot of fun. And I feel like it was a weekend of incredible growth for me. I learned a really important lesson, and that lesson is to feel secure in who I am and put myself first. I read this book, Ask and It Is Given by Esther Hicks, and in it she goes through and writes down a list of different emotions, and they're in order. The top one is joy, love, freedom, and the bottom one is fear and depression. And it was really interesting for me to observe my emotions and see myself go through this list from sadness and depression to insecurity. I went up to anger, discouragement, worry, doubt, disappointment. I was at disappointment for a long time. I really noticed that's where I get stuck there. Just not mad, just disappointed. And then I moved up from there, frustrated, like irritated, just like, it's a big one for me. Like, I do not like my time being wasted. I like feeling valued, and irritation was one that I got stuck at for a long time too, and I'm still trying to let go. And then we're gonna go all the way up to contentment. I am so content with my life. I am the luckiest girl in the whole world, and my life is good enough for me. I am content with my life. Move up to hopefulness. Things get better. Things always get better. Optimism. Yes, things get better. And then I'm just going to read all of these because I like all of the higher number ones. Positive expectation and belief. I truly believe I have a great life. I do. We'll move up to enthusiasm and happiness. This was a big one for me because it unearthed some ideas inside of me that I feel very enthusiastic about. The first one being I want to curate or create a pop-up gallery for the end of the summer. So by the end of the summer, I want to have a pop-up gallery with my own artwork in it, and I want it to also teach the message that Abraham Hicks teaches. And so when people come to the show and leave, they feel better than how they came, and they can learn something about themselves. So that is something that I'm feeling very enthusiastic and passionate about. Another thing that I'm feeling extremely enthusiastic about is on Sunday, I went to a meeting. I cried, and I haven't cried in a meeting in a very long time. And afterwards, I stayed and I helped clean the hall that we always meet in. I think it gets cleaned like once a year, and this was like our yearly cleaning. So I was like, all right, I'll stay and help. And I had the best time, which also shows me acts of service. I love being helpful. It was such a positive experience, and me and my really good friend Corey, we started writing a movie. It's a mockumentary. If you've ever seen the movie Best in Show or This is Spinal Tap, along that same vein. Also, The Office is a big inspiration for us, and it's going to be loosely based on AA. Like that's where the plot starts. And then after the meeting yesterday, it was me, Corey, and Jerry, and we're all standing outside talking for like an hour. And Jerry got super hyped on the idea, and we're like, okay, we're gonna write it. We're writing this movie, and I really feel like this is gonna go to Sundance. You heard it here first. And then we'll go up to happiness, and then up to passion. I am so passionate about creating art. And then the top one is joy, love, freedom, and knowledge. So I'm not consistently at a loving, joyful feeling. I mean, I can get there, but it hasn't been my baseline since Friday. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be my baseline soon. I was pulling cards for myself today. This is another thing. I came up with the most amazing spread. So you know how I've been doing pulling a card for each chakra? Anyways, and another thing that I say is like, help give me clarity of where I'm at so I can know where I'm going. And today when I was pulling cards for myself, it just worked out like this. 14 cards. I pulled 14 cards, and there was 2 rows. And I was thinking, like, this is an amazing spread. So like for each chakra, I know where I'm at and I know where I'm going. It was so fun. I loved it. So one of the cards that I pulled was justice. And let me read you part of this really quick. Number 11. The ancient Egyptian goddess Mayat, who predates Greek culture by millennium, held the original scales of truth. She balanced the heart of the deceased against the weight of an ostrich feather to determine the light to determine a heart light with spirit or heavy with hatred. In Egyptian hieroglyphs, her feather means the word truth. Worldwide, the concept of justice determines laws, establishes codes of conduct, guides social behavior, and helps to resolve disputes. I love that so much. With the scales of how heavy is your heart, and it is weighed against an ostrich feather. Like, that means that our hearts can be so light. Freedom, love, enthusiasm, passion, like, that feeling is almost like a lifting feeling, almost like helium, lighter than a feather. hatred, resentments, jealousy. Like, those are the emotions that bog you down. You have a heavy heart. You want to go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm upset. Compassion and love, that's what raises your vibration. And that's where I want to be. I want my heart lighter than a feather. And how do I get my heart feeling like that, even when situations around me are making me sad? By focusing on things that make me feel that way. And good ideas like a movie don't just come to me when I'm upset. I have to start focusing on things really, really small. Like when I was driving back to come to my meeting, I was trying to think of things that were gonna make me happy, because I was just sad. And I looked over at my dashboard and I have this little sticker and it says, "You are beautiful." And I was like, you're right, I am beautiful. And then that reminded me of the person who gave me that sticker. I got that sticker when I was hiking the first section of the CDT. And I thought about that guy. I was like, oh, that was such a good experience. And then I just kept on thinking about, like, look at the trees outside. They're so green. Look at the sun, it's shining. Look at the highway that I'm driving on. There's no traffic. Like, I get to listen to my favorite music. I get to sing to my favorite music in the car. And then I just let my mind start rolling down that track. And before I knew it, I had the idea for this pop-up gallery. And this is something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have a gallery show. And this summer, I don't really have any hard set plans. I'm teaching at that kids yoga camp, but that's just from like 9 to 3 during the day. I still have like a lot of time. And that's for 2 months. So I'm like, this is the time of my life. This is the time where I do it. And it made me feel so good. And then later that day, Corey and I came up with the idea for this movie, and I just feel so good about it. And you know, sometimes I still feel sad. Like, I still feel disappointment. Like, I fluctuate. But I know deep down in my soul, I know I am going to where I'm going in the direction I'm supposed to be heading. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. The universe is taking care of me, and well-being is flowing through me. Well-being is flowing to me because I deserve that. I deserve good things. And I feel really good about that. Another lesson that was unearthed this weekend was that I need to value myself and not care so much about what other people think about me or what I'm doing. Because I know I'm doing great. Like, sometimes I tell people my ideas, like, I'm gonna make a movie or I'm gonna open a art gallery, and people will meet that idea with negativity or reasons why I shouldn't do it. And I need to learn to not take that on, because that is their vibration. That is their vibration. That's not mine. I'm up here. You know, Like, they're not going to open a gallery. I'm going to open a gallery. They could open a gallery. They could do whatever they want, but they just have to figure out where they're supposed to be. And I feel really fortunate because I know where I'm supposed to be, and it's right here. And I say that in a humble way, because we're all supposed to have hearts lighter than a feather. We're all supposed to feel floating on love. This is possible for everyone. And I am an example. I am going to live my life as a beacon for other people. Like, hey, come on, let's go home together. I'll show you the way. I love you. Come on, let's go. Let's go up here together. Everything's okay. Everything's good. Come on, let's come up here. But I'm not going to lower myself anymore. It drains my energy and it makes me feel mad and resentful. And I'm not taking that on anymore. My whole life, people have been jealous of me. And I have dulled my shine so other people would accept me. And I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm not mad at them in the least. I have compassion because I know that that's where they're at and they're hurting. I mean, jealousy is number 21 out of 22. No, it's 20 out of 22. Like, that's low vibrational energy. And I have compassion for you because I know how hard it is to be there. It hurts. And I was mad for so long that I smoked weed every single day to numb out that anger so I could be accepted. And I just have to let go. I have to let go of it. Let go of the heaviness. Breathe into the fullness of who I am. And I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I sink down all the time, but it's like I know eventually I'll rise back up. Just like ocean waves. There's a trough and there's a crest. But you don't have to be scared of the troughs because you know there will always be a crest. Well-being is meant for you. That's why you came into this world, to experience the fullness and the goodness and the love and the freedom to create whatever you want to create. Maybe that will be like the mission of my gallery, to empower people to create what they want in their lives. And in order for you to create what you want, you have to know what you want. And in order to know what you want, you have to know who you are. I want to help people discover who they are. My mission in life is just that, to help people discover who they are so they can raise their vibration. So we can raise the vibration of this earth, of this universe. And I don't think that goal's too audacious. I think that goal is just about right. It feels just about right to me. Okay. wow, this was like a real therapy session for me. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being you. Thank you for hearing my frustration and holding space for that. I hold space for you. If you want me to send you energy, hold on, my phone said low battery, but if you want me to send you energy, leave a comment in the comments and I will. Also, shout out to my Aunt June because she did do that before I left on my hike, and I sent you energy almost every day. Yeah. And I love it. It's so fun. Okay, yes. I love you so much. Have a magical day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.